it's the beginner crafter. Welcome to another Crochet and CraftsTube video. Today I have a crochet project to show you. I made some progress on my sweater, and I will also be unboxing my last Crochet Society subscription box. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. So let's start with the sweater. This is the Ever-Change sweater that is a part of a make-along, and it was designed by PepperGoose or Susan Walsh. And this is how far I've got so far. So as you can see, it's pretty big. And I worked on the part from where the join was underarms. So I worked about 20 rows. I figured the mistake I had, which meant that my stitches weren't exactly the same as they were in the pattern. So for example, I was supposed to put the next stitch into a double crochet or single crochet in the US, and I had half a treble, which is half double in the US, and these are the two stitches used, and you alternate them, and that was the only thing that went wrong. I just got the wrong stitch as the first one, and I figured I don't have to do anything. I'll just go with one stitch to the right or to the left. It shouldn't really be a problem. I'll just need to remember it when the edging starts at the bottom of the sweater. It's still a long way because, like I said, I have about 20 rows. I probably will need about 90 in total to get to the desired length. So it's quite a lot. But at least I have the flow now. I know what I'm doing, I hope, and I shouldn't be making any more mistakes. And my color changes, as you can see, are getting darker and darker. And actually, this is what I have left of my cake. So this is one of the last color changes. Now I have two strands of this like turquoise color, and then one navy, and then there will be two navy and one turquoise, and then the last one will be just navy. And it's the same with the second cake, because every other row you use another cake, just so the color changes are longer, but they happen more or less in the same place. So I'm pretty close to finishing those two cakes. I have one more cake, which I'll then start from the outside, so with the same color, and go sort of backwards to the lighter color in the end. Now, because I used two cakes, and because of all the trouble I've had with the sweater when I was wondering if it wasn't too big and stuff, and the designer told me to order the neckline first to see if it's going to get smaller, because that was my biggest issue, that the neckline was very, very wide. And she told me to start doing the neckline. And for the neckline, you use part of one of the cakes that you took out and cut after you joined sort of this neck part, and then you added another cake and you start working two cakes alternately. So because you want both cakes to sort of have the same color, you need to take away the middle and just cut it. And then you use that, for example, for the neckline. So I had to add another piece of yarn, which, because it was cut, was much more unraveled than those are. And so it actually had like two ends. So those two cakes and that one part of a cake made a total mess, and it took me 2 evenings to unravel everything. And I actually had to cut some of the white yarn from the neckline because I just was not able to untangle everything. It was just too knotted, way too knotted. So I wasted basically 2 evenings on untangling that mess, and I couldn't work on the sweater. That's why it's only 20 rows. I guess I would have been near 30 if I hadn't had to untangle everything. 20 is still not bad, a progress, but there could have been more, and you know, that kind of sucks that, you know, there could have been more, but there's not, because you made some mistakes and you didn't think to keep everything orderly. Hopefully I will learn the lesson for the future. So for the next few weeks it will just be the bodice going down, 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 down to, I'm guessing, row 90 with what I want, so 70 more rows. Could be a little more. And then there's the ribbing, so like the edge, but it also lasts for quite a few rows. And then you go to the sleeves, and then you go back to the neck because the neck is not yet finished. This is just a part of the neckline. Then you add another color and you do something else. So there's still a long way ahead. I checked the fit of the sweater and it fits pretty nicely. So I think the decision to drop some of the rows of increases was a very good choice, and the designer was correct in advising that. So that's what will be happening. However, this means I will need more rows in the bodice because of that. And actually it works in my favor because the rows in the bodice in total are shorter than the rows I would be making with the sleeves as well. So it takes a little less time for me to finish the row. So that's kind of positive as well. And yeah, well, I like how the color changes. Not the biggest fan of those parts where there's just like one thread changing color, because it doesn't look as crisp, I guess, and clean. But other than that, I think it's great, and I'm really happy with what I'm doing here. Okay, and now let's move on to the box by Bella Coco, the Crochet Society. This is my last box because, well, my subscription has finished. I had it for 6 months, and there are a few reasons. Actually, none of them is connected to the quality of the box. It's not about the box, it's just that I'm moving house, and there will be change of address, and I won't really have time to run to the post office, because I would have to run to the post office because I need to pay customs tax. Not because it's so expensive, because it's not really expensive. It's really well priced, and it doesn't go above a limit that is set, but still, just because it's outside, from the outside of the European Union, I need to pay a fee to the post office for handling the parcel. So that's also another thing, that I have to pay the money extra just because the parcel came from the UK and not from Spain, the Netherlands, or someplace in the EU. So that's another reason. And also I have just so many of these boxes. So again, with moving the flat, it will take a lot of space to move everything, and I haven't had time to work on all the projects. So it feels like I have a lot of them totally unused, because either I haven't had an idea of what to do with them, because nothing in the booklet that appears inside with possible designs, nothing really spoke to me, or it's sort of not the season for doing it, because, for example, in the Christmas box, there was a very nice pattern for Christmas tree ornaments, and I will definitely do that. It's just not the correct time of the year. And also, I don't just have a lot of time to work on all the projects I would like. So I'm doing the sweater because I want to finish it first, and then I'll move on to the boxes. So once I dwindle down the number of boxes that I haven't touched, and I'll have less yarn and more time, then I'll try to subscribe again, because I'm really happy with the boxes, and let's hope my last box will not disappoint. So first, I love the opening because it's this kind of Velcro, which makes it super nice to open and close without ruining stuff. And it's warm and cozy box. It is winter time still. Navy tissue, which I love, and it rips, which I don't love. And again, we've got stuffing, so I'm guessing amigurumi in the project. Then Starcraft Recreate. Oh, so this is recycled yarn, 100% recycled yarn. That's a neat idea. And the shade is rose. I'm not a big fan of pinks, and I never know what to do with the pinks. So usually those stay unused. Those yarns stay unused for me the most, because it's not my color and I don't know what to do with them. But one of the ideas I could have is just to use the yarns in the Christmas ornaments, and they'll get used some. But we'll see what projects you can make. Then we've got something. Oh, a tape measure. A measuring tape, I mean. And it measures in inches, which is kind of good. My everything for measuring, rulers and stuff, it's in centimeters, because that's what we use in most of the world. But sometimes when I look at patterns, especially on YouTube, they're often in inches, and it doesn't tell me much. So it's good to have a measuring tape in inches as well. And the design is cute also, like the hot cocoa for a winter time. So that's also very nice. Then we've got a crochet hook, 3.5 millimeters. I think that's one of my favorite sizes of crochet hooks. They are not too big and not too small. So it's nice to get one of these in this size. And oh, snippets, I guess, or like scissors. I constantly use those. I mean, not use, but I lose those after using them a little bit. I think I've had 2 already, and they got lost. But getting things lost is kind of my specialty, so that's nothing new. So pretty useful. And then we have a bag. there are quite a lot of things in the bag. Yarn tidies. So, oh, are they so that you can like just put them around the yarn that has lost its label so that it stays together? Oh, I hope this is it and I'm thinking about it correctly. I mean, I wouldn't mind using them as hair tidies anyway, but this is a cute idea. A stitch marker as a bubble hat, and some more of those yarn tidies. I really like the idea and the name for it. And one more thing in the bag, a paper bag with, I'm guessing, I don't want to take this apart, but I'm guessing this is safety eyes for the amigurumi project. And yep, so in the cover you've got an amigurumi. Looks like an elephant. And what you can make is Blossom the elephant, cozy coasters. Oh, this is a nice idea. Pretty useful. And a dainty doubles bag. Yeah, bag is also a good idea. Although, like I said, pink is not my color. However, doilies or coasters, that could be useful. Or, like I said, Christmas ornament. So this is what's in the box. So I like the box. I really like the box. I like what's inside. A lot of practical things. A lot of cute things as well. Maybe the yarn and the projects are not like perfect for me, color-wise, for example. But pretty useful box. So I'm very happy I got it. And I do hope that all the next boxes that I won't be subscribing at the moment, they will be available in the future as like a single orders. That's how I got my first box. I got like a previous one. So I hope I'll be able to buy a box when I know that there will be something nice and useful inside. But like I said, it's for the future. It will take me a while to go through all the boxes, or at least most of the boxes, so that I have space for some new ones. If you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It's always appreciated. Leave a comment down below if you have something to say. Consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see the progress of my sweater, or what I do with those boxes, or other crochet and craft related projects. I also do CraftsTube every other week. I alternate my crochet and CraftsTube with CraftsTube, so you can also watch that. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!